Yo yo guys, thought I'd pop on and have a quick chat about this weekend's raid testing. I was planning to stream the whole weekend, but a friend of mine had the audacity to get married this weekend, so little to say as an Irish person, I was either wasted or hungover for the majority of the weekend. And feeling a little under the weather, I hit up the Isle raid leader and was like, yo dog, I ain't playing no warlock, get me on a priest, please. And yeah, I got to play some Holy Priest. So yeah, that was such a the weekend was an endeavor. I went on a like in order to play Holy, I had to go on a bit of a smear campaign on my Discord. I said the other priests, you know, disc is bad and you're bad for playing it, just to get one of the discs to go shadow, so I could heal. But yeah, my endeavor worked. So yeah, here is how playing Holy went. Yeah, it was good, really good. We started 25 man heroic in Heart of Fear. The first boss, which is such a great fight for Holy to be, especially my first fight. And straight away, right off the rip, the very first AoE, bam, Divine Hymn. And honestly, that one button, it's beautiful. Dude, it heals for so much. Honestly, it has to be the most healing per second CD in the game. I haven't done the math, but fuck me lads, I could feel it in my absolute balls. Outside of Divine Hymn though, you really are just playing around with Circle of Healing, Prayer of Healing, Sank, all the stuff we've used before. Renew specifically, I remember doing lots of renews in Cataclysm. It was a bit mana intensive renew, so you kind of just put it on the tank and kind of fire and forget. But or if someone had a dot, but it was nothing massive. You weren't blanketing the raid like you did in Cata. Yeah, I know it doesn't sound special. It really doesn't. But when you're playing it, it's bliss. It's very very fun. Again, Divine Hymn. You have to see it to believe how good it is, and you have to feel it. But yeah, no one cares what I think. What are the numbers like? Like, please tell me the numbers. Like, is this worth playing? The numbers for Holy are certainly on certain fights. It felt massive. Like some of the healing, like I was just way ahead on certain fights. Mana was still a concern, so you do have to play it correctly to get the results. And a couple of mistakes, you're going to end up. Yeah, you're gonna end up standing there just waiting for mana to come back, or you're waiting for your Shadow Fiend or Mindbender or whatever you're using just to come back, and you're just like, oh please, I need to do something. But again, don't fuck up. I'll bring up some logs, maybe put it in the background or something, so we can talk about them a little. But I'll put a graph up here in post. Like, can you guess the exact two spots in which I pressed Divine Hymn? The second spike in this one is in the last phase, from the first boss of Heart of Fear. You're meant to stack under these yellow bubbles, but our raid leader was like, fuck that noise, just heal through it, we're pumping. And it was the perfect place to have a Holy Priest and just hit that button, and the healing went off the charts, literally. It hit so hard, I reckon what we did wouldn't be doable without a Holy Priest. Maybe a really good Resto Shaman could pull that off too, actually. Which is probably the class you're going to use in this situation of a Holy Priest anyway. But again, another example here, I'll bring up Windlord. Did a little bit of dispelling, but mostly I just healed the tank. I got one big hymn off. Can you guess where? I'll put the chart up. But honestly, it does feel like a one button spec with a lot of buttons to press. So you're doing a lot of things all the time, but ultimately you're just waiting for that one moment of glory to hit the Divine Hymn. McNulty, can you compare it to Disc? Sure, you can't. It's not possible. There's also no point. Regardless of the numbers Disc pulls out, whether it's top of the healer or the bottom of the healer, Disc is there to do a job. It's got one thing to do. It's got a few things to do. Give us some extra health in the way of absorbs, protect our tank in the way of grace and powered shields, smart heals, and should bring some massive, massive raid CDs. And sadly, damage reduction is the king of all raid CDs, so you will always take a disc over a holy, I would say, unless you've got multiple priests. If you do look at the logs and at a glance, you're like, damn, holy is doing way more healing than disc, and let's reroll. Sadly, holy just doesn't bring the same things that disc does. If disc did 0 healing, I think you might still take it over a holy paladin or over a holy priest. Oops. But yeah, very, very good. So let's, in conclusion, holy is hella fun. If you already have a disc in your 25 man, let's say, I do think that you could get away with playing holy at full time, as long as your disc was good and was doing the right things and wasn't just padding all the time. But if you're like me and you're mostly playing 10 mans, disc just brings all the stuff. You want to play disc, and there might be the odd fight where holy stands out. Sulong kind of sticks out in my brain, but even then, disc will be fine. Most of the practice I had on Sulong, I was there mostly to do the dispels. We had a holy paladin. I'll try and find the log again. I'll put it in the background. But his healing was like 95% of the healing on Sulong. Like, he just did all of it. It didn't really matter whether I was holy or disc. But we're probably just going to play disc on that fight anyway if you've got a god tier paladin to do the healing for you. If not, you might want to play holy. That might be good. But ultimately, holy is back. It is good. If you watch my channel because I'm a big disc advocate, you really do need to give holy a try. I think this might be the tier where you play both. I think if you're a disc priest and you always heal, I think not being able to play holy will be unforgivable. Your raid leader might hate it, but if you do show him the logs I was just showing you a minute ago, you might trick him into letting you play holy. If he doesn't really know the difference between what a holy and disc bring, he might let you play it. It is super fun. It's definitely worth advocating for. Again, if you've got multiple disc priests in your guild and you want to be that holy priest, I think now is the time to do that. What I will say is my final thoughts. I always play disc shadow during progression. This might be the first time in a long time I'll play disc holy. See how progression goes. But you can be damn sure every opportunity that I get to press Divine Hymn, I'm gonna play it. It just feels great. Like you press Divine Hymn, you take your hands off the keyboard, and you watch your healing meter go up. It's just, once you get that moment of glory, you'll understand what I mean whenever I'm talking like this and why I keep talking about one fucking ability. But yeah, that's all I've got for you guys. I do think I might do a holy guide, just like my disc one, which I will have to update the disc one hopefully before progression as well. Maybe I'll do a walkthrough like I did with disc on Elegon. If anybody out there has any interest in that type of content, let me know in the comments, and I'll see if I can get that shit out before raid content starts in a few weeks. In what's it, 3 weeks or something like that? No, what's live? Live's 3 weeks. It's probably 5 weeks, so we've got loads of time actually. Yeah, lads, that's me. That's all I got for you. Peace. Oh, by the way, I did play some Shadow on the Shah Fear, and it fucking pumps. So